One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. What a way to start this game. Try to rattle them right off the bat with an onside kick, and it pays off. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Martin. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Makes the grab. It's Martin. He's loose. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the 1st quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
The Seminoles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's ball. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slipping down the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Such a great job on the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. You're taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punt is in the air. Nestles it in at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he... it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Noles! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down. They'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They boot it away. Looks it in at the 40. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. A jet sweep pass. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Makes the catch. It's Ball. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Ivy. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4th.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Oh, me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. But you can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They just keep firing. Got it in the middle. It's Denmark. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They stop him in his track, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good, right down the boulevard. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCF has the lead right now, but this night's crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside the bounce house. They're up by 7 over the Groupers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. The toss to the outside. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Just inside the 30 at the 29. It's first and 10. To the air on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll turn and throw back right. A dangerous idea. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Right back to the well. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Throws toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He's looking deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watched the film. They watched this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. And here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
Fires to the big fella. Turning on the Jets. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Denmark. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Going up top again. Starting to feel a little pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, a lot of space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. His field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out here 3 times. The kicker will try it again. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And is slips just inside that right upright. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up by 20 over the Judicials. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. He turns that loose down the right side.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Get it out on the screen. It's a seam wide open. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. And the Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Noles will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field, just to execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback running on the draw. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will keep it. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Running into the open space. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver, the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. On the ground, it's Martin. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. They're going to ride this running back.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. That's going to set up third down.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ivy. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Applewhite. The quick out. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. Setting up the screen. It's a running room. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's ball.
A lot of times late in games, you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back, and they're going to take away all the deep stuff, trying to take away all the passing lanes. Nice job getting to your running back, letting him get positive yards, and then let's get up to the ball quickly.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Breaks the tackle.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. On the run, fires downfield. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
And the quarterback takes a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.